Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow. Check us out at ketochow.xyz.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow, and I'm wearing a butter shirt.
Butter.
Oh, except you can't see it.
Oh, it has Chris.
Butter. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, we have a couple of products that we created to help make doing a keto diet easier. Our main product is a complete keto meal that you can customize to fit the macros that work best for you. We also have some electrolytes that are awesome.
We do this daily live stream to keep you updated on all of our Keto Chow happenings to help us be accountable, stay on track, and have you with us on our journey. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And again, butter. Because
butter is better.
I'm in my week of doing chocolate Keto Chow with butter.
Excuse me.
Which is fantastic. Because I finished up my week of extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm doing it with butter, and it's great. Although yesterday I ended up spending from 9:45 in the morning until just after 2 p.m. trying to get blood tests done. So,
yeah, his day was stolen from him by a waiting room.
Anyway. No, dang it, I just kicked the microphone. Mike says good morning. Jane says good morning. I'm eating my Keto Chow waffles right now.
That sounds delicious.
What is it? Wendy says good morning. Chris Jones says good morning, Chris, and the lovely Miriam.
Oh, thanks, Chris. You're so nice. Oh, thank you.
So,
it's back.
Shauna says good morning, Chris and Miriam. I stand up for butter. Hee hee.
Yeah. So on the back of his shirt, which you can't see, it says Chef Chamois.
Yes.
Because that's where we got it.
Miriam went and visited them and got a bunch of butter.
It was so awesome. I wish you could have come. Seeing the plant was really cool.
There you go. I'm going to keep that hair. It's mine now.
Thank you.
Carla says good morning, everyone. So what's your plan for food today?
Holly and I made a dairy-free zuppa toscano soup yesterday.
Okay.
And we're just going to have that again today.
I was supposed to go shopping to get stuff for that yesterday.
Yeah, but it was okay.
But I ended up never coming back to work. Well, I came back to work finally, but it was like 2 o'clock.
It was almost 2:30. It was 2:30 when you got back.
My day was stolen from me.
But you were really nice. Instead of saying, I can't go shopping, you said, I'm kind of stuck here.
I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to
get your
go.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I went and got it. Well, Holly went and got it. So it was fine.
There you go.
And it was delicious. It's Peace, Love, and Low Carbs recipe. Kendra Holly. I signed up for her newsletter, and so it came in my email. So I used coconut cream instead of heavy cream.
Okay.
And it called for coconut oil, but we didn't even use that.
Oh, nice.
So, but it was still really good.
Do we have coconut oil here?
Yeah, we do.
Kathy bought a winter ice cream maker on Prime Day today. There are 2 ice cream makers.
It's Prime Day.
That have compressors on them.
What?
But none of them is as good of a deal as what we got, unfortunately.
Oh, dang it.
There's one just like we got, but it's still really expensive. It's a 2-quart, and it's like $300-something. And then there's another one that's a 1.6 quarts, and I think it's like $197.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's still pretty expensive, but
it's better than the regular price, I'm sure. So check those out on Prime Day.
Okay. Carla says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Mimi says, good morning. Question, can you put the base powder in coffee without changing the flavor? Maybe just a little salty, but that was okay.
Well, the base powder has a teeny tiny scoop in it.
It's 13 grams.
So you could maybe do half. It depends on how strong your coffee is, for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to cover it up with anything else, like cream or flavors.
Because it will taste like vitamins, and it will taste like minerals.
It does taste vitamin-y.
Yeah.
So I would just try a pinch first and see.
Just a touch.
Just a gauge.
Okay. Carol says, good morning. Deb says, happy Tuesday. Miriam and Chris, and Keto Chow aficionados.
Hey,
Shauna says, is either a smaller one. So let me see if I can pull this up, and I'm gonna. Oh wow, there's all sorts of stuff here.
You got all the things.
I'm gonna pull it up on my own before I start sharing my screen. Let's see. You talk about stuff.
I'm gonna talk about stuff. So yeah, that soup is super yummy. It has Italian sausage. It has spinach. It has bacon and some saucy chicken broth. So I'm sure we could have probably made it with Keto Chow chicken soup, except that has dairy in it. So I didn't do that. Okay. Did you find what you needed?
Yeah, I'm just filtering it.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. If you go to Prime Day and you search for ice cream maker, so Winter's got this one that's $335.
That's a lot more expensive than we bought it.
Yeah.
But we love it. Like, we love that one.
But they have a smaller one. So instead of being 2 liters, it's a 1.6 liter, and that one's $265.
It does take a ton of counter space, and they're really heavy, but it's because it's like a little freezer.
Yeah. You could get the commercial one that's $2,000. That's a Prime Day deal. I mean,
who wouldn't want?
It's normally $2,700. I mean,
What?
come on. That's an ice maker. I think that's about
Find me a
it.
pizzelle maker.
I'm not going to find you a pizzelle maker.
But I want one.
No, that's okay.
But Mike has one.
Yes, but I'm not going to order one right now. Let's see.
I'll get it
Les says
later.
good morning. Hey, Les.
Hey, Les.
And Kathy posted the link to the winter one that she got.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
On
Which is still
Facebook.
a better price than normal. It just depends on how much you want to pay for it. We love ours, and we got the extra bowl, and I can't tell you how often we use it. We use it like 3 or 4 of us will use it every day, at least in the summertime. So that's cool.
Okay. So Rhonda says my Ninja Foodie makes great ice cream.
Oh, nice.
Sharon wants to know, is Keto Chow kosher?
Oh, yes, it is.
So, it is not.
Oh,
it is
isn't.
not.
I'm sorry, I was thinking something else.
It is gluten-free. So here's the maybe there's not a really clear answer. So all of the ingredients are, at least, I don't know how to say that, parve. The milk protein is obviously dairy. All the ingredients have certifications, but in order for something to really be kosher or halal, it has to be certified as the thing. So, yeah, we haven't paid for the certification of it to be kosher. So,
we think it fits the
well, I'm not even going to hazard a guess, but
requirements. But we didn't get it tested.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not one of the things that I have heavily researched, so I can't really say yes or no. But there you go. That's the information that we have. Again, the ingredients are, but Keto Chow itself is not. So Sharon says you might be able to get local certification. It's one of those things that I'm having trouble keeping raspberry cheesecake in stock. So I'm going to work on getting that first, unfortunately. Saskia says, morning, guys. Just do it, Chris. Do it. Kathy says they take another 20% off at checkout. Oh, really?
Oh, really? For Prime Day? I wonder if it's because it's Prime Day.
Juliet says, made Keto Chow waffles with the chicken and had a ham, egg, and cheese sandwich last night.
Yum!
And breakfast for dinner last night.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Shauna says, thanks, guys. Suzanne wants to know what
Immersion blender.
So it's under recipes and more, our favorite things.
We love it. It's a Breville.
It's this guy.
And we have 2 of them. We have one at work and one at
Purchased
home.
2 times.
And it's a powerhouse. We've never had any problems with it.
It looks like. Did they discontinue it? Because it's only available from different sellers.
Oh, that's
And it looks like the
sad.
price has gone up significantly.
That's so expensive. It was like $80 when we bought it.
Let me see.
Google it.
Oh, here we go.
Take it
Breville
to the
immersion
Google.
blender. Huh. They must have discontinued it. That is interesting.
That one.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Sad.
Kathy says order. Oh yeah, so talking about hers, it was $265. Prime savings total was $226.
$212.
And
$226 with tax.
Yeah. Shauna says thank you so much. Victoria says good morning. Can you speak to the difference between having a positive ketone reading, meter or strips, versus being fat adapted? So if you are fat adapted and you're in a ketotic state, there will be some ketones on a ketone meter. It may be as low as 0.1 or 0.2. It doesn't need to be really any higher than that. So as long as a ketone strip is measuring ketones, you're in ketosis, you're ketotic, however you want to say it. Do you need to measure your ketones? If you're trying out new foods and you want to know how they affect you, yeah, that'd be probably a good thing to do. Or you can just eat fewer than 20 grams of carbs a day. Mm-hmm. That'll also guarantee that you're in ketosis. Then the question becomes, do you need total carbs or net carbs?
Depends on your body.
Depends on your body, and it depends on those net carbs. If you're using sweetened fibers
that say like 50 grams of fiber in a bar.
Yeah, then, well, that may not work for you. But if you're sticking to like leafy greens for the most of your fiber and things like that, because you enjoy leafy greens, you don't really have to eat leafy greens if you don't want to. You can go full on carnivore if you want to. But yeah, so I am testing my blood sugar. I'm testing my blood sugar and my ketones currently because I'm doing a weird experiment. But normally, just eat fewer than 20 grams of carbs and you're going to be great.
One thing, too, a lot of people say you need to be 0.5 on the meter, but that's maybe not necessarily true. Yeah. Also, if you're fat adapted, it's because you've been in ketosis for a while. A lot of times people go in and out of ketosis in a day. If you fast, you're going to go into ketosis, whether you're eating crap the day before or not, which is why Jason Fung's program works for so many people, because they do a series of fasts and then they may or may not eat as well on the other days because they can't get rid of their carbs, but then they can get the healing benefits of ketosis on those fasting days. I'm not recommending you do that, but that's what some of his patients do because they won't give up the carbs.
Yeah, you've got 4 minutes.
I've got 4 minutes.
Actually, you got 3 minutes.
But our kids, for instance, they're really metabolically healthy. If they eat something for breakfast that's a carb, by the time dinner comes around, they're probably in ketosis again because their body's burned off all those sugars.
Speaking of them going and buying stuff, they cannot go and buy stuff. Max and Sam cannot until the boxes are taken care of in the laundry room.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Well, and Sharon says, thank you, I'll take that offline. Mike says, because raspberry cheesecake is delicious, but I'm surprised it's not chocolate that sells out more. That's because when we order chocolate, we order 4 or 5 times as much. Wendy is on.
Oh, loving it on keto. We watched you yesterday.
I watched some of it when I was waiting in my car for 2 hours for a blood test.
Good thing you're not grouchy about it.
Nope.
I'm ready for you to be done with that.
Suzanne says, happens to me all the time. Rhonda says, you're exactly right, Chris. Victoria says, thank you so much. I'm type 2 and mostly carnivore, except Keto Chow and occasional tablespoons of raw pizza sauce on the pizza chaffle. Keto Chow is life-changing. Awesome.
I'm so glad it helps.
Rhonda says, tired of the 0.5 thing. I work out a lot and utilize those ketones. And that's another thing. There you go.
Yeah, Joe and I were chatting with Dr. Barry in Omaha in January. And Joe was asking Dr. Barry, why are my ketones so low? Rachel's will get up really high and mine are low. And he said, maybe you're just utilizing your ketones better.
Yep.
So if you're going to use the ketones you have, so if you don't have an excess, that's fine. Because mine are the same. I don't ever go very much above 0.5 or 3 or something.
Sharon says, will you keep eggnog in stock year-round? We used to.
Yeah,
it actually changed because it doesn't sell very well during the summer months, so we changed it to be that it's a seasonal flavor instead. Atreya says, yeah, the fancy ice cream maker is, in fact, back in stock for Prime, back on sale. Sharon says she's waiting for her first order of gourmet and savory samples.
Nice.
Cindy says, I've been intermittent fasting and less than 20 grams a day and have been stalled for 3 months. That's interesting.
You know what? You might want to recalculate your macros. I was actually talking to a lady yesterday and showed her Maria Emmerich's calculator. A lot of times people are not eating enough protein. So you may want to recalculate and see if your protein's too low because your body might be trying to hold on to stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Victoria says, I've heard of the 0.5 thing too. It's actually on the Keto Mojo website. Nice to know that even lower readings can still be okay. Lily says, my husband brought me my pistachio Keto Chow in bed.
Yay. That's the best.
Shauna says, didn't gain any weight on vacation, although I ate almost on plan, but I lost 4 pounds too.
Nice. Well, probably because you went up and down the stairs 100 times.
Saskia says, how often should you recalculate? Maybe like every 5 pounds lost, or if you are stalled.
Yep.
So.
And don't feel bad about having a stall because sometimes your body has to get used to the new weight that you have.
And Joe, who just showed up,
hi, Joe.
they did a thing with Robert Sykes advising them where they did a reverse diet. Mm-hmm. They started to actually ramp up the number of calories that they were eating to put their metabolism into overdrive. And then when they backed it back down, they were able to really kick things into overdrive.
Which is interesting. And I think that that's something you probably wouldn't want to do without a coach.
Yeah. Well, Joe made it. Miriam has to leave. Your meeting just started. Mm-hmm. So, excuse me. We are going to be doing our long live stream tonight. It'll be at 9:30 Eastern, which is 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, or 6:30 Pacific. Mike says there was a sale on lots of kinds of Keto Chow on Amazon starting yesterday, including some drops. And 2 kinds of savories are under $50 a bag. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. Shauna said, I had one off-plan thing I did at an Amish market outside of Buffalo, Wyoming. Sharon says, I have an adult friend with epilepsy and she hasn't tried keto even though I explained it to him. Do you have blog posts about helping adults? We actually have a blog post about a guy. Yeah. So, let's see. Miriam's going to take off.
Goodbye.
So, I think... Where is it? I'll just search for epilepsy. If I can spell it right. We'll see if that works. Nope. Apparently I can't spell. Let's see. Keto Chow, epilepsy. I think I spelled it wrong again. But Google is going to fix it for me. Here you go. A Keto Chow user's experience. Okay. This is actually, that's my son. And he was experiencing epileptic seizures. So this is something that is very near and dear to our hearts. Yeah. Ronan says H has a lot to do with macros. I increased my protein post-menopausal. Oh, that's a good point. Maitreya says, bye. I hope the meeting is a good one and not one that could be handled by an email. Actually, the one that they do is a good one, and it could not be handled by an email. Kathy says, that calculator was great help for me. I found I could do 3 shakes per day because it gave me more carbs I could not do. Anyway, I now do 2 shakes and a carnivore meal. Well, that's perfect. And then you'll get the protein and fat that you need. Well, okay. Well, there's the link. I'm actually, because of the whole bloodletting thing and sitting in a car for several hours waiting, I didn't even get to do payroll yesterday, which kind of sucked. So I'm going to go do that right now. Caden says, did you receive my contact info regarding the olive coconut oil ghee experiment? Did you send it to the regular contact? I haven't seen that yet. I'm still trying to catch up from yesterday. So as long as you sent it, Caden, I should see it eventually. Because customer service people that handle that, they look out for stuff that's actually meant for me. So, and Saskia says, yes, please pay your staff. Okay, I will. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us, and I will catch you later tonight. So again, please join us, and yeah, Caden says I sent it through the question mark on the website. Perfect. And yeah, if any of you have questions that you have, please just hit the little question mark on our website. If we're here, you'll actually do a live chat with us. Otherwise, it just comes in as an email. So, okay, I'm going to take off now. Catch y'all later. Bye.